on to our next problem together, please remember that your specialists are available to work with you each day, music, art, and PE. And I mention that now because Miss Doherty is leading a field day type celebration this week with sports challenges for you. So go check out her page or join the WebEx with your specialists each day from 3 to 4 o'clock. All right, here we go with some math related to field day. There are 4 elementary schools participating in field day. They are paying a total of $257 for cleanup and setup fees. How much does each school need to pay? All right, I think I understand the problem, but whenever I look at a word problem, I go back and read it a second time so I understand the story and then I also understand the math. Let's look back together. There are 4, I'm going to write the number 4 here, elementary schools participating in field day. They are paying a total of $257 for setup and cleanup fees. How much does each school need to pay? Reading this problem, I believe I'm trying to do some division work. I need to know how much each school pays. Right now I have the total of how much all of them pay together. That means this number needs to be divided up into 4 groups, one for each of the elementary schools to know their share of payment. So here I'm going to choose to use the traditional method of division, and I apologize for my sloppy writing with my current stylus. I'll do my best. I want to know how many times 4 goes into 25 when I'm working with my traditional long division method. I can know my multiplication tables, or I could count by 4s to help me. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. I just counted that 6 times 4 is 24. Those of you who like to remember the steps of a division problem with a song, remember the first step is to divide, then multiply, then subtract and bring down. Divide, multiply, subtract, bring down. And then we repeat that process until we have nothing left to divide. I just divided. 4 goes into 25 6 times. Then I multiplied. 6 times 4 is 24. My next step over here is to subtract. I will subtract. 5 minus 4 is 1. 2 minus 2 is nothing. My next step is to bring down. I bring down the digit that I have not included yet, which is the 7. We go back up to the top of our steps and I divide again. 4 goes into 17 how many times? Again, your multiplication facts can help. Do you know 4 times something that gets you close to 17? Or you can count by 4s to get you close. 4, 8, 12, 16. I just said that 4 goes into 17 4 times. That's my division step. Then I multiply. 4 times 4 is 16. Subtraction step. I will go ahead and subtract. 17 minus 16 is 1. And then bring down. There's nothing to bring down, which means I have found a remainder. Oh, sweet. I feel like I'm done. I'm going to go write the answer. But then I remember this problem is about money. Look at that money sign there. If the problem is about money, I don't want to leave a remainder. I can think about money in terms of the cents. When we move from the dollars into the cents, I've now included a decimal in my answer. So let's ignore this R for remainder. We're not going to have that. We're going to go ahead and continue our division problem into the cents portion. How do we do that? Remember, $257 is the same as $257 and no cents. So now I do have a number I can bring down. I've just moved over into my cents instead of just my dollars. I stopped here when I subtracted. I said there was nothing to bring down, but now there is. So I'm just going to pick back up where I left off, bring down that 0, and I keep dividing. 4 goes into 10 2 times. Extend my line here for my quotient above. 2 times 4 is 8. Divide, multiply. Now I subtract. 8 taken away from the 10, I just have 2 left. And then bring down. There is still something to bring down. We bring down our 0. 4 goes into 20 how many times? You might know that multiplication fact or count by 4s. 5 times 4 is 20. Divide, multiply, subtract. I have nothing there. And when I bring down, I notice there's nothing to bring down either. Aha, now I have made it to the end of my long division process with decimals, feeling proud of myself. I need to make sure I get my quotient, my answer, into the correct spot. Each school needs to pay $64.25. Remember, it's money, and to have a full response, you want to make sure you put in the units. So I'm going to put my $sign. If I wanted to check my work, which is always a great idea, I could multiply my quotient times my divisor to make sure I get my dividend. That would be a great extra step if you're feeling uncertain or just want extra confidence that you've done an exceptional job.